Hello everybody! We're in the car! I hope you're doing well. I gotta go run some errands. But the purpose of this vlog is I'm gonna call this the finisher. Or finish him, or finish it, you know. I've got 3 books I really need to finish before the month is out. And one of them I know I'm not gonna finish because it's just way too long to finish. And that's Middlemarch. And that one, I'm just like, yeah, I'm not gonna finish it. But I have 2 others that I know I can finish for sure before the end of the month if I just go ahead and stick to them and listen to them and read them, you know, as much as I want to. And I say listen to and read because I do have them in physical and in audiobook format. So one of them is Anne's House of Dreams by Montgomery. I'm like 75% through the book. And it's been kind of a tough roller coaster for me to get through this one book because some sad things happen, but I'm hoping now the sad things are done and we can get on to the happier things. So it seems like that's the direction it's going now. So anyway, I think that's the one I'm going to focus on for right now and go ahead and listen to it on my way in to go shopping really quick. I'm gonna go to the hobby store and look at fabric. I'm going to Joann's. Hopefully they still have a decent selection of fabrics even though they're going bankrupt apparently. But then the other book that I'm almost done with, and I started it up because I was listening to Middlemarch and I was like, oh my gosh, George Eliot, this is so good. She writes so well, and I love Middlemarch. It's so good. But I really wanted to listen to Emma again and read it. So I was like, you know what? Let's go ahead and start Emma. Well, I got hooked onto Emma like hardcore. So that's also kept me from other books too. But I am more than 50% through Middlemarch, and it is a chonker of a book. But I love the writing. I love the English language usage of it. I just, that older style, I just really love. And then going and moving into Jane Austen and listening to Jane Austen and reading her words, I'm like, oh, these people at this time were so good with their usage of the English language. I just like the dialect, the way it sounds. I wish I could write like Jane Austen, those prose. I just love the prose. The descriptions of people and, you know, the out of doors, the scenery, the setting. It's just all so good. It's all so good. You cannot top Jane Austen in my personal, humble opinion when it comes to period Regency stuff. So anyway, needless to say, I feel like I'm in this kind of weird little Regency era right now. Ellen Montgomery's isn't technically Regency, but it's a very similar, you know, similar circumstances. Technology really hadn't advanced so much by the time that Anne of Green Gables was, you know, it was set in, and the time it was set in. So in any case, I'm just in this era right now. And it's a good era to be in. I'm really enjoying it. So anyway, that's what this vlog is about. We're gonna finish at least those 2 books. We're not finishing Middlemarch, but at least we can finish House of Dreams and we can finish Emma by the time this month ends. I don't know if I'm gonna get to anything else this month. This month has just been, and the month before, February, just starting a bunch of books and then not finishing them. Because I don't know if I'm getting bored with the books and then I just want to like turn to something different, or just that shiny object is over there. I'm like, ooh, squirrel, you know, something like that. I don't know. I just started a lot of stuff and I haven't finished them. So that's the moment we're in right now. And I'm not going to embrace it anymore. I'm not starting anything else now. I'm on 8 books at this point. It's bad. It's really bad. So anyway, I'm going to go run my errand. And I will see you back here in just a little bit. Bye. Rumbling dogs at my feet. It's so funny. Hello again, my friends. I wanted to check back in with you. I'm on my ball, so I'm kind of wobbly right now. I finished up Emma yesterday. So next day. Today is the next day. So I finished Emma, like I said. And now I am moving on probably to First Love by Ivan Turgenev, because I am almost done with that one too. I'm about halfway through it. So I think that's what I'm going to do. And then Anne's House of Dreams after that. And so what I'm going to do is I am going to listen to that on audio. I have it on YouTube. I'm going to link in the description of this video all of the, I think they're all LibriVox recordings, and they're actually really good LibriVox recordings. So if you've had like bad experience with LibriVox recordings in the past, I welcome you to try them again, because there are some out there that are really, really good. The people who did the readings have great voices, and so they sound fabulous. I know that, I don't know, maybe 5-10 years ago even at this point, some of those recordings were just not very good. So I think that's what I'm going to do, is go to First Love. I am like halfway through Middlemarch. I think I mentioned that in the last video, but I cannot believe I'm halfway through Middlemarch. It's very engrossing. I just enjoy it so much. So yeah. Yeah, and then we'll go to Anne's House of Dreams after that. I've also got a couple on here I could try to finish as well, but we'll see how far along we actually get to. And today is the 29th of March, and I'm hoping to finish up at least 2 books in the next 2 days. If I do more than that, that's fabulous. But I'm so close to these 2 books being done that I want to go ahead and try and finish them. That way I've got quite the finished amount for this month. Yeah, so like 3 books already that I've finished this month. If I do 2 more, that'll be 5. And that's a really good like ratio quota, if you will, for me. So yeah. So that's really all I have to update on so far. I'm going to work in tippity type for a little while, and I'm going to listen to First Love, which is really good. Bye.
The party had long ago broken up. The clock struck 12:30. There was left in the room only the master of the
Hello, I'm back again. I'm here to just update and kind of finish this out for just this vlog really quickly. I finished all the books. So I finished First Love yesterday after I went ahead and worked for a little while. I think I had like 3 hours left of that, and I just basically worked through it. Listened, really good. I was pretty satisfied with it. I was a little sad at some points, but it was a very good book, a very good example of Russian literature. So if you're looking for something kind of short that's Russian literature, I would definitely read First Love by Ivan Turgenev. I think I'll keep an eye out for other literature by him, just to kind of even more broaden my Russian literature, because it's so good. It's really, really good. And then I went and got my copy of Anne's House of Dreams, which I've got in my bedroom. Actually, I forgot to grab it. And I finished that out too. I only had like 4 chapters left in it, so it flew by really fast, because all the chapters in the Anne of Green Gables series are very short. That's just the nature of those books. So what I thought about Anne's House of Dreams was I enjoyed it. There was a lot more death and sadness in this particular book, which is okay. Anne's life has actually been pretty easy and basically a dream, like a dream world almost, up until this point. So realities of the world kind of settle in a bit more. Anne herself changes a lot in this book. Some people really don't like the changes. Some people are okay with the changes. But a lot of the changes happen because she becomes a mother for the first time. And she's married to Gilbert. And, you know, in the time when Anne of Green Gables was written, women were expected to have those traditional duties. So yes, she was a trad wife. I'm sorry. You know, she was at home. I don't think she was necessarily doing a lot of the cooking and cleaning. She had a housekeeper for that sort of thing. So they had people to kind of help her with that. But she did kind of do a lot of the traditional housewifey type of stuff. So, there's that. She's still a dreamer. She's still romantic. She still reads a lot. She still does all of those things. But she also became a mother. And she wants to dedicate her life to having her children and being in love with Gilbert and raising a family with him, which are frankly really commendable things at that point to want to do. Not all women are cut out for that. Not all men are cut out for being fathers either. Traditional living is a choice. Just like it's a choice to not live traditionally. It's all up to you what you want to do. So I don't have a problem with it. I thought it was a lovely book. It's a lovely dream. Sometimes I have this fantasy myself of not having the kids, of living on my own in, an apartment or in a city or something like that. But then when I reflect on it for a little while, and I'm just like, man, I don't really think I would like that. There would just be something missing out of my life, and that thing would be the joy that my children have brought me. And I know that's true. So, but then I also have a fantasy of being the perfect mom, being stay-at-home mom, not having to work, and just being a traditional wife, for a while. And how that is kind of nice, just being at home and taking care of things at home and all of that. But then at the same time, it's like, no, I would get so bored if I didn't work. And I love what I do for a living. So there's a big difference there. I think as long as you like what you do, you're going to be happy and you're going to make things work no matter what. But people that don't like what they do and they have kids, that's tough. I was there for a very brief amount of time, and that is really tough because you really just don't want to sacrifice for work. And you just want to sacrifice more for your children, which is a perfectly fine thing to do. I do sacrifice for my kids, but sometimes if something really important is going on at work and I love my job, sometimes the kids do end up coming in second. I will not lie. But that's what you have a husband or a partner for, is to take up where you cannot, where you can't help. They're there to help. So anyway, I'll get off of that whole soapbox right now. But Anne's House of Dreams, I think I actually liked it more than Anne of Windy Poplars, though Anne of Windy Poplars was all right. And then I think that I liked the one before that better. Was that Anne of the Island? I think was the one I actually quite liked a lot. Anne of Green Gables, though, the first book is still number one. The best book so far out of all of those Ellen Montgomerys I'm reading. So anyway, the journey in the Anne books continues on. I have, I think, 2 more after this, and the names are totally escaping me right now. It's like Anne of the Glen or something like that, or Anne of something Oaks. I don't remember right now, but I'll put it around here somewhere in post. So anyway, so those were the 2 books, and I'm all done, and I'm caught up for the month. So I've had 5 books that I've read. So I think that's it for this really short video. I'm glad you guys came and watched. Thank you so much for doing that. And I will see you in the next video where I'm going over what I read in the month of March. And then the one after that will be my TBR for the month of April. I can't believe April's already here. It's crazy. It's so crazy. The year's just going to fly by. Absolutely fly by. I will mention really quickly that I am at 18 books now out of 100. So I think for the 3 months of the year down now and being nearly at 20 books, I think that's pretty good for me. I think that I'll probably end up reading some shorter books pretty soon just to catch right back up. So I expected myself to be at about 20 or 25 by now. So, which sounds about right. Probably 25 by the end of next month, because that's 4 months out of the year, and I'm trying to divide it up into quarters, so in my thinking anyway. So anyway, but yeah, that's it for now. Thanks again for watching, and I hope that you have a wonderful, wonderful day. Bye-bye.